So I completed the campaign a couple of weeks ago. I've put several hours into the zombies mode, and I've got to level 55, which would have been prestige in the past in the multiplayer. So I guess it's time where I feel qualified to give my opinion on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 2023's overall package. You know, should you think about buying it, and what do I think? One of the big problems, obviously, with this year's Call of Duty was that originally, and there can be no doubt about this, originally there was going to be no full Call of Duty release in the autumn of 2023. It was going to be a prestige DLC. And we know that. We know that because the release maps for Modern Warfare 3 are Modern Warfare 2 maps. So obviously they were working on those maps to release them as a DLC, you know, Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps for Modern Warfare 2. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And they are the same game. All of your weapons and attachment from Modern Warfare 2 and the things you've bought, you know, from the shop or earned can be played in Modern Warfare 3. They've tweaked the movement a bit. They made it faster, but you know, you've got to kind of get your head around the fact that, and put it to one side, the fact that this originally was a DLC. So is it a complete package? Okay, so this is what I think. I think that if you are a fan of Call of Duty multiplayer and zombies, then I think this is worth buying. I think this is a good Call of Duty. The multiplayer is fast, so you've got lots of sliding and bunny hopping, but it's still boots on the ground. And if you combine that with the Modern Warfare 2 maps, which can't be argued that there's some classics there, you've got a solid offering that I think is going to appeal to an awful lot of the community. Personally, I would have enjoyed it if they'd used the Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps, but gone back to more of a Modern Warfare 2019 type movement system, so it was a bit slower and a little bit more tactical. You can play tactically in this Modern Warfare 3, but you've got to be ready for people who are moving incredibly quickly. That's and incredibly quietly as well. That's the catch. So it's a solid multiplayer. The campaign feels quite rushed, and the story is a little bit, you know, a little bit naff in places. It doesn't finish the Modern Warfare 3 trilogy. However, as far as the mission goes, although it has a very slow start, the last 4 or 5 missions are actually really good and worth playing. So if you start playing the campaign and start thinking, oh, this is a bit naff, I'm not used to these I don't like these open world bits, stick with it, because they do get better, and there are some classic corridor type missions as well in the campaign. But the surprise of all of this, for me anyway, has been the zombies mode. Which I guess has probably got quite a heavy Treyarch influence, but they've really pulled the rabbit out the hat with this zombie mode, and I think they've made a zombies mode that will appeal to people who normally don't play zombies. So zombies mode, if you weren't aware, in Modern Warfare 3 2023 is based on DMZ. So it's a massive map that you fly in on a helicopter, and it's PvE, and this is really, really important. It's you versus the environment, so the zombies and the NPCs on the map. Everybody who's spawning in, and it's not just you and your squad, but there's other players that spawn in as well. You can't shoot each other. You can help each other and revive each other and that sort of stuff. So that was very, very clever, and it looks great, it plays great. There are lots of missions to do. It's very deep. The gameplay loop is very, very enjoyable, and it's something that I'm going to be spending an awful lot of time in. So when you bring all these things together, I think that actually Modern Warfare 3 2023 is quite a good package. In fact, it's probably better than Modern Warfare 2, unless you were a big fan of the co-op modes that we had in that particular installment of the franchise last year. Because the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer is solid and enjoyable. The campaign does have some good missions towards the end, and the zombies, I think the zombies is pretty good, and we're going to see an awful lot of content about the zombies, and because it is not PvP, it means that even as complete beginners you can dive in and you can have a good time, and as long as you learn the basics, so you can watch some of my videos, you will enjoy yourself, and I think you'll find yourself returning to it in a way that you might not really be returning to the multiplayer as often. So there we go. For me, I'm very pleased to say that Modern Warfare 3 2023 is actually pretty good and worth a buy if you're a fan of Call of Duty. Anyway, that's enough from me. What do you think? Put your questions in the comments down below, and I will of course see you again soon.